Great speaking with you, and your QIP has indeed received a very good response. We understand it was oversubscribed over 2 times. Where will the funds be deployed, and will it be completely towards deleveraging your balance sheet?
Okay, so this QIP, we originally thought that we would be raising close to about 1,000 crores, 900 to 1,000 crores, and the floor price which we had fixed was 225 rupees, and at that point of time the share price was 233, so the range was 225 to 233. And you are absolutely right that at that particular price at 233 itself, we got more than 2 times it was oversubscribed, and overall if you look at the oversubscription, it was many more times, close to about 7 times. So it was a great success for us. So we decided to go for a number of 1,200 crores instead of 1,000 crores, and that is how everything has been concluded. Now this money is primarily raised so that we can have sufficient working capital for our increasing production build-up as happening in Angul and other places, and of course there will be also some repayment of the existing creditors and debt, and so that's primarily the purpose of raising this money.
Okay, so domestic iron ore prices then, Mr. Ansari, have remained elevated owing to the supply crunch from Odisha. Are you worried about the margins that you may post?
So if you really look at the iron ore prices internationally, they have come down. I think compared to February prices, they have come down by about 27-28%, and that trend seems to continue as of now. So and also the issues which are there in Orissa, most of the mines have already started working. So we are very hopeful that the prices would come down. Actually, the prices have gone up in the recent past, but we do expect that these prices would come down in near future. So therefore, we are not really unduly worried on the iron ore prices as of now. We do think that it will not really affect our margins.
Global iron ore prices have dipped considerably. Do you believe that once domestic issue gets sorted, Indian iron ore prices could fall as well?
I would imagine that before the Supreme Court judgment, the numbers which are there, we don't really expect it to reach at that level, but it will be somewhere midway between where it was and where it really went. So close to about I don't know, 1,800 rupees, close to about that, 1,700, 1,800 rupees is the kind of number which might be something where it would stabilize. But this is really a guess which we are doing. But the fundamentals are very clear that the iron ore availability is not a problem at all. It is available. Most of the mines have started. Of course, some of them have started only in the recent past. So therefore, it may be a matter of 2 weeks, 4 weeks, maximum 6-8 weeks. That all the prices should actually start stabilizing much more than where they are at the moment.
Iron ore, even global steel prices have taken a hit. Is there a decline in realizations? Are you getting a sense that the margins and realizations have peaked out?
So as of now in Q4, obviously, our order books have been full, and the orders have been taken at the prices which are prevailing. So as of now, there is obviously no impact at all of reduction in the or softening of the prices which are there internationally. Going forward, also, I don't really see too much of decline as far as the prices are concerned. There is some softening up in the market. That is absolutely correct, that there is some, but I think it is more to do with the different announcements which have been made by some of the governments outside India, which has also an impact, and suddenly we also see some impact of that. I think fundamentally there is not much of a change, and those prices are going to be range bound rather than really coming down in substantial manner.
Okay, so by when will the Angul BOF enable you to utilize 100% of the 3.2 million ton blast furnace?
The Angul capacity today is 5 million tons of steel making. So blast furnace is only one of the inputs which goes into making the steel. The other is of course the DRI. So out of 5 million, we expect that close to about 80% of that capacity we should be able to achieve, maybe another 4 to 5 months kind of a number we should be able to achieve. Let me also share this with you that compared to what we were producing in December, in the month of March, it is already, the production is already up by close to about 70%. So, you know, the ramping up is happening quite well. We are quite satisfied with that, and plants like this obviously take about 6-7 months to kind of ramp up. We started only in the month of January. We should be taking another 3-4 months before we come to that 80-85% of the capacity.
Okay. You also have about 8.6 million ton of installed capacity, and you're operating at about 50%. By when is it that you will be able to reach the optimum utilization?
So if you look at, you're right that today the capacity is 8.6 million, out of which 3.6 million is in Raigad. Raigad is operating close to about 95%, and you know, in the coming year we are pushing it close to about maybe 98% or so. As far as Angul is concerned, that 5 million ton capacity was not there. 3.5 has been added up only, let's say, end of December, early January. So therefore, you know, that is what is being ramped up now. Going forward in the month of in this particular year of 2019, in India alone, we expect to make somewhere between 6.5 to 7, maybe actually a little over 7 million tons. And in Oman, we expect to make another 2 million tons. So altogether, we expect to make close to about 9 million tons in 2019 financial year.
So what is the total coal availability for Jindal Power, and what are the chances of a margin compression post Q3 will continue?
So the coal remains an issue. Obviously, we still have not found good answers for the coal, and we are not the only ones. Perhaps the entire power sector in India is really suffering due to the shortage of coal. And yes, we are looking at imports, we are looking at other options which are there. We are also talking to, looking for some linkages and so on. We are hoping that some PPA will come along based on which we can take some linkage. But other than imports, you know, there is really nothing very definitive which I can tell you about, that, you know, when the coal would be likely to be available. This remains an issue, and we are hoping that, you know, the problem will be solved once the commercial mining starts, or maybe government takes some further proactive action. So we are really expecting something from the government on that.